This is the Global Podcast Network, where executives and professionals connect, share, and inspire. Stay tuned for the conversations that drive success.
And welcome back, everybody. I'm going to say this word, and right away, I know it brings up a certain feeling within you and a very positive feeling, and just you're on board when I say the word massage. Now, the way we get a picture of that, and that's all good, but it runs deeper than that. So many different types of massage that many of us don't even realize, and how it can move our lives forward. It's not just about going to the spa and treating yourself, which is fine. Self-care, very important. So much more than that. Maintenance for your body and many different goals. We're going to talk about that today. She is starting a massage, a movement massage, or a massage movement. It's actually the movement massage is the name of her practice. And she runs deep in terms of massage, therapy, energy healing, and so much more. Cholena Steele is on the program with us today. How you doing?
Hi, Steve. Thank you for having me. I'm doing awesome. Doing
So
well.
much for us to talk about here. And let's go to the basics right there. What do you want people to know about massage in general? Things that, we have this certain perception of it, treating ourselves, going to the spa, nothing wrong with that. But overall, what do you want people to know?
I want people to know that massage therapy is not just about going to a spa and having a massage on a special occasion like your birthday or for Mother's Day or whatnot. It's about overall health and your well-being. And for me in my practice, it's about mind, body, and soul because you're not just the body, you're not just the mind, and you're not just the soul. You're a trifecta. So you're all that in one. And in my practice, I'm able to work on people, mind, body, and soul, where a lot of other practices, they don't. They just focus on maybe relaxing you and making you feel like you're so relaxed you want to fall asleep. Or some are more therapeutic, where you're in a medical setting and it's very, you got surgery on your knee. So we're only going to work on your knee. And actually, um, insurance is a big a part of that. But it it's about the overall health and well-being about the individual.
That trifecta you talk about, does that apply when you've got somebody in front of you and you're going to do massage therapy on them? Whatever type of massage therapy you're doing, and we'll get with that in a moment. But are you always approaching it with that trifecta?
I do. And I have been practicing massage therapy before I had to get licensed and certified. I live in the state of Idaho, and as of 2014, June, we had to go to school and we had to get a certification in order to be a massage, to call yourself a massage therapist. For me, I am a professional and I need to set myself apart from the unprofessional. And that's a whole different subject that we can get into
I'm on your
another
page,
time.
and I'm going to say guilty as charged, because there are, sometimes there's the foot spa nearby, and it's very inexpensive. They're not licensed. I know that, and there are
Well,
better
no,
ones.
I'm talking about something a little deeper than
Uh-oh.
that. So I don't know if you want to get into that here, but I'll just say a little bit. Massage therapy, we have had to fight to be considered professional because there was a time where massage therapy was considered sex work.
Okay.
And yes, and there is still a lot of that today. And um, as massage therapists, we get solicited a lot, and that's a lot of the reasons why people will quit practicing. So, but I have to set myself apart, and so being professional and also maintaining my Reiki practice, which is spiritual healing.
Sure.
That is part of the trifecta because spiritual is your mind, body, and soul. It's everything that's around you, inside of you. Things that you might not even know that's going on that could affect your body. Stress is a big word that I teach my clients. That if you say that word, you need to have something behind it that says what it is so your body knows how to process it.
Now, how do you mean?
So, this is part of the mind, body, and soul. This is your mind. How we talk to ourselves depicts how we think, how we process,
Yep.
right? There can be actually too much positivity sometimes. Sometimes you have to look at something and say, this is what it is. It's a piece of crap, or, this is a crappy situation.
Hmm.
But you have to say, this situation is crappy because this is going on. And then your mind will process that, and you'll start to have ideas. Oh, this is how I can fix this. You'll start to be your own conflict resolution.
I'm
So I
totally on
was
your
very,
page because
yeah.
in my journey, I've been doing this for years, but really hyper focusing because life changes, et cetera, in the last 5 years. And it's my belief that your body knows everything. It tells you everything. You can't lie to it. So if you're walking around there and you got a challenging situation, and I get why some of us do this, positive affirmation, everything's great, it's going to work out, everything's great. Yes, it's all good. Your body knows you're lying. Come on. And now you're in misalignment with your authentic self inside
So,
here. You're lying to yourself.
but this is where I teach my clients about manifestation, because yes, if you do not know the full circle of what that means to manifest, to to mani- manifestate
Manifest
manifest.
or manifestation, the practice
Yes,
of, yeah, okay, gotcha.
you have to see it, taste it, feel it. You have to know that whatever you want in the future is happening now, to where you're not tricking yourself, you're not lying to yourself, because it's really happening in the future. And that is what people don't understand about that.
I just had this conversation last night. I'm
Uh-huh.
not even kidding. I'm in a men's group. I'm serious. I'm in a men's group, and we support each other, but we do community service and leadership, and we talk about this stuff. A little woo for some, but whatever. We're all on board.
Yes.
It's okay.
Yep.
And I thought about it last night. We were talking about living in the moment, and that was the game changer for me. Somebody dropped out of the sky when I needed them, and they said to me, "Why don't you ever live in the moment? You're in the past, you're in the future." And I'm like, "Duh, I don't know what you're talking about." And when I figured it out, it was like, "Oh, okay, that changed. Things are different now." But manifesting, myself included, a lot of times we look to the future. Well, I believe I should have that house with palm trees in a warm climate. I believe I should have $10 million. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay. But what are we doing? We're thinking about that in the future, but the future doesn't exist. It's made up.
You have to say you have it now.
Now. Thank you.
Now.
Yep.
Yeah, you have to live in the now. And that is also why, um, when they tell you, write down what you want,
Yep.
make the collage, hang it up, put it on your ceiling where when you wake up, you see it every day. Put it in
It's
your
hang on it.
car.
Hang on. It's right over here. Hold on.
You, oh, let me see. Yeah.
No, it's personal. But I'm gonna read some parts that I believe in. Um,
Okay.
the money amount I write next to it or better. Wide limit.
Mhm.
And right here, I wrote down with a Sharpie on my vision board right here. Um, it is done. It is
Yeah.
meaning now. And
Yeah. Claim
show
it.
me, show me how good it gets. Show me how good it gets. And it's there. But you know what? It's hard to imagine it being here now because you want to say it's not. I need the proof, right?
Okay, so listen, this is what messed me up. I've been a healer ever since I was a little girl. Ever since I was a little girl, I had my gifts. But when I went to school, they don't teach you about your gifts. They don't know what you are. They just teach you I wanted to be a counselor. I wanted to be everything that I got help with growing up, a counselor, a teacher, this and that and the other.
Yep.
But they don't teach you about imagination for a reason, because
Hmm.
it's powerful. Manifestation and imagination are the same thing.
I agree.
It is the same thing.
Hmm.
When you have a baby there, a child, and they're like, they hand you a teacup. I don't know about you, but when I pretend I'm drinking and I gulp and I think, oh, is that orange juice? Or, to help them think that process, like, what is it? What
Hmm.
is going on? They don't teach that. They don't teach about that kind of stuff, and it's for a reason.
When I was a kid, I my imagination was what I'm doing right now. I
Yes.
want to do this since I was 9 years old. I'm not even kidding. And this is what I used to pretend, that I was on the air and doing exactly what I'm doing now. And then I taught myself electronics, built a mixer, built a transmitter because I wanted it so bad. But that was my imagination. I was like, I got to get this done. I got to do this.
Yes.
I was obsessed. Here I am.
Yeah.
And I started professionally at 17 doing this
Yeah.
because I wanted it that bad.
And if anyone talked down to you, you were like,
Mm, yeah,
no,
no,
yeah,
I don't care what you say.
I
I
know what
just
I'm doing with my life.
At least it was fun then. It's still fun now, but I didn't think of it as a career. I just needed that bad. Um, Tell me about you. We're going to get deeper into massage and all of that, but Cholena, where did it begin for you? Your imagination in the beginning there, and then where did you realize that, okay, I have gifts and I want to share them with the world, and part of that's going to be energy healing and massage.
Okay. Long story short, we're gonna go short version. So, a lot of times when people are born into trauma, they are hypervigilant.
Yeah.
And I didn't think I was gonna get emotional, but being born into trauma, I believe brought it opened up a higher sense for me. I did not feel protected, but I always knew things that like even adults didn't know. Like it was really strange. And my mom said that I would have imaginary friends that I would talk to, but they were my guides. They were my
Wow. I've
guides.
never heard that said
Um,
before.
yeah, they were my guides. I remember all my childhood. I mean, I remember everything. Um, which is amazing for what I do because I help people who go through trauma every day. But my mom when I told her about my massage therapy and what I was doing, she was like, that is so awesome, Shay. My nickname is Shay to my family. Um, you used to massage me when you were little. And I would remember that. She was born with arthrogryposis, which is a birth defect. And so her feet and her hands were turned backwards. She had surgeries from the day she was born. Her tendons and ligaments are just messed up. She has MS. She had MS. She passed away in 2020. But I just when she told me that, I was like, Mom, maybe I was meant for you because that's what I do. I help people with their muscle, their tendons and ligaments, like everything that she needed help with, I do. But I would massage her, I would massage my animals, I would massage my friends. And then I went to school and that just all was like, whatever. I want to be counselor. I want to be all this stuff. But I was bullied very bad. My first little boyfriend I had in kindergarten, he went to hold my hand, and I have eczema. I don't know if you can see my hands, but they look like old lady hands, and that's something I had to overcome. Embarrassment. That little boy, he's like, "Oh, I like you. Come hold hands with me." We were in kindergarten. He felt my hands and he was like, "Oh, I don't like the way they feel. I don't like the way they feel." And I even still do it to this day. I would wear sweatshirts and so just hide my hands. I was in track. I was the fastest girl in school and I still wore sweatshirts. It was in the middle of summer in Washington to cover my hands out of the embarrassment. Okay, fast forward.
Which is a
And
trauma, by the way.
it is a trauma.
That's huge.
It is a trauma. Oh, but do you know where eczema comes from?
Stress.
They're finding out now. It does, but it comes from vaccines.
Mm.
It is actually in the 80s, the first sign to stop and discontinue vaccines was eczema, skin diseases. That's the big
Wow.
thing.
Hmm.
So I but I was bullied. I was also bullied just because I didn't bully. My mom had a handicap, so I was not one to bully. So if they're, the cool kids were always just assholes. Excuse my language. I don't know if I can cuss on here.
go,
They,
go right ahead because it's real.
they, yeah, they were buttholes, and so I would stand up to them, But that also, I had lots of friends as well, but I still had to deal with things later on. Um, when you have gifts and you are bright, and I've always had this very positive outlook and attitude no matter what. Because I'm gonna tell you a secret. I was gonna say something that I normally say, and this is what I normally say is my grandpa used to, or my grandma used to say, if you ain't smiling, then what are you feeling? But
Because something's up.
guess who guess who did that? I say that. I
Mm.
came up with that. There's a lot of things I say that I've had to tell people my grandpa said this or my grandma said that, because I've always been so young and look so young, people just don't believe me, don't trust me. But
Have you realized? Well, okay, I don't mean to cut you off here, but
yeah,
our moms passed away within a year of each other. I
yeah,
was bullied as a kid. I was the fat kid, all of
yeah.
that. Um, and you still get sign signals from your mom now, don't you?
Every day. Oh, every day.
Me too.
She passed away August of 2020. I needed a house. I have 6 kids and I needed a house, and it was 2020. It was 2020. She passed away in August. I got back from her funeral, and there was this house, and I went and I looked at it and I was like, they're not going to give it to me. I didn't make the enough money or whatever. And I shit you not, there was dragonflies just all through the yard. Dragonflies are my animal. I'll tell you about the dragonflies later. And then there on the shutters there's moons, and then purple flowers everywhere. My mom's favorite colors were blue. So the shutters are blue, blue and purple, and moon and stars, and dragonflies are my, and I was like, I went, applied. A month later, I called back and checked on it. They're like, we forgot about that property. They're like, here, let me look at it. They call me back. They're like, it's yours. I'm like, my mom got me that house. My mom got me that
I
house.
don't doubt it for a second.
She
I
helps me with,
yeah.
but I also have other guides, and this is something that I've always been scared to talk about. It was after 2020 when I started feeling a little bit better. But if you see things and hear things, what does that mean to the medical like field? It means that you've got something wrong with you.
Well, I mean, a lot of times when they do a psychological evaluation, the first thing they say is, "Do you hear voices?"
Yes.
And that can be a bad thing, but on the flip side, yeah, maybe I do, and it's
But
good
you know what's crazy is that some people don't have a conscience. Can you hear yourself talk? Can you talk to yourself and have a
without.
conversation and think just in your head?
Yes, but there's also, what's known as the monkey chatter. So sometimes the talk isn't good. You'll say things in your mind. We all do it. We all do
Yeah,
it.
we all do it.
And
Some people don't though. Some people do not have that.
those people don't belong here.
I don't know. I don't
I
know.
don't know. I'm kidding.
It's kind of different, but some people they don't have. But you know what? A lot of those people are very very good at math, memorization,
Mm.
um, different skills. They can just like pop off numbers at the top
Yeah.
of their head. It's
Well,
really cool.
maybe, I can't. That's
I can't
so
either.
that is so not me. I mean, so far from me. But maybe it's because if they're not hearing things in their mind of them, talking to themselves or conscious, whatever,
Yeah.
maybe that enables them to focus more on the numbers and all that stuff, right?
Yes, sir. I was actually just having that thought that you just said. Yeah.
And good for them. But then there's us. you know,
Yeah.
um, you offer so much in terms of what you do in helping people heal. And I mean, for another time to go deep into it, in terms of energy healing, in terms of intuition, in terms of massage. Short of the massage part of you, you can do the other stuff virtually, right?
I can. So Reiki, like I was talking about earlier, like you were talking about, Reiki is amazing. It is strictly it's energy. We are having an energy connection right now. We are practicing Reiki right now. And so for me, it's awesome because I can have a client in Australia and we can be here on the Zoom call, or
Yep.
it doesn't even have to be a video. It doesn't have to be a video. It can be on speaker if the person doesn't want to be shown.
One of my
That's okay
best Reiki
too.
sessions ever, and the majority of them have been virtual. One of the best, and I think it was one of the first. It was somebody like you. They were 1,500 miles away. I didn't even really talk to them. I got a text. Hey, 8 o'clock, sit down, get in a comfortable spot. I'll do my
Yeah,
thing. And 45 minutes later, I'll reach back and okay. So I did. And I'm in the
yeah,
couch. I'm on the couch and I'm thinking I'm feeling something from my head to my feet to my head. And I'm like, am I in my head or all right, I'm going to let that go for the moment. I get a text at 8:50 p.m. And this was my validation of this being real. The text said, I don't know what this is, but I got to say it to you. I saw you during the session taking me on this little boat and we're looking at little reeds and weeds and little sea life and things like that. I don't know what that is, but I just got to share it with you. Well, my Zen is to go kayaking and I go on the water. I like salt water and because I can see sea life. And I go in the little, I don't need to go deep. I can see everything there and it's really cool. How would she have even known that? She got it from my energy. And
yes,
after the session, I felt the next day lighter, more clarity and all of that. And that was my
yes.
first like, oh, this stuff is real now.
The best Reiki session I ever got was from my friend, and it was 10 minutes, 10 minutes, 10 minutes. And I was like, that was the best Reiki session anyone has ever given me. And then I had to talk to her about what she was doing because she was taking my energy into herself.
Tell me more.
That,
She was internalizing your energy. Then what?
mhm. So my school where I got taught is amazing because they taught about your energy. A lot of schools don't. They're the crackerjack schools. They don't give a crap. They just want the money. So my school, it was a 3 interview process to get in, but you want to guard yourself against other people's energy, and you also want to keep your energy to yourself.
Mm,
And there's certain ways to do that. Stones are amazing. They are high frequency. You can use stones, but also just clearing out your space and with people and everything. But I had to learn this because in school, they give you the blueprints, right? And then you take it, the information, you build it up. So before school, I was practicing, right? But in school, oh my goodness, I was so lucky. I was so grateful to have the teachers and the people, the mentors that I had around me. It was amazing. They taught me about who I am and why I felt the way I do, why I can feel people's energy, and how to ward off of it. Um, the worst thing is, though, is really passing your energy to your clients. Because if your client comes in and you pass that negative energy, whatever it is, they're going to leave feeling shitty. They're not going to come back. Or they're going
mm.
to call you and say, hey, I'm sick. What happened? What is it? What did I do? I drank plenty of water. What am I feeling?
So you need to do almost like an energy reset before each session, I'm imagine.
You should. And in school, and this is also why I could never ever work for somebody other than myself. I understand life, I understand rescheduling, I understand people, I understand shit happens.
Yep.
If I'm not okay in my being, I cannot work on you, because my craft is very personal. Even though it's not me, I step out, it's still very personal. So if I'm sick at all, I'm not coming to work, you know? And so a lot of people respect that once they meet me, but some people are like, I don't know, it's just different. But I very, very much, that's the first thing I teach my clients, is how to ward off other people's energy if they are experiencing different illnesses and they don't know where they're coming from.
The energy vampire is real.
Yes.
We're out of
Oh
time.
yeah.
I can keep going
Oh, yeah.
forever here.
I know. We're out of time. Oh my God.
Yeah. It, like all of this, it took me years to figure it all out in terms of energy, certainly massage, all the different modalities. Um, uh, Cholena, how do we find you? If somebody wants to connect with you, certainly in your, is it Boise, Idaho?
Boise, Idaho is where I reside. Yep.
Gotcha. And
Um,
that's obviously you've got to be in that area for the hands-on
I
aspect of what you're offering.
actually have been flown out before. So I have people that they will pay me for that time and everything like that, but I have been flown out. But if you are outside of Boise and if you cannot come here, Reiki is amazing. And anyone can reach me on my telephone number at 208-941-2071. You can email me on my email, movementmassage.llc, movementmassage.llc You can also catch me on Facebook, Movement Massage LLC there too, and Instagram, movementmassage.llc. Text message is always awesome because I am myself. I don't have anyone working for me or anything like that. So if I'm in session or with my family, I don't answer my phone a lot of times. But I also will respond at any time. I am open 24/7 by appointments. So I do cater to people who have odd business hours. I work on people at 6 in the morning before they got to go to work. I work at people at 8 at night after, before they want to go to bed. Emergency appointments too. I take walk-ins, but a lot of time I'm pretty booked up, so scheduling is recommended.
If I was in Idaho, I'd be at your door right now. Like seriously, your energy is fantastic. And I
Thank
know
you.
for some, if you found this podcast, there's probably a reason. You were probably searching either energy healing, massage, and all of that. I know a little bit can sound woo. It's not, though. It's real. Energy is
Well,
real. It's been scientifically proven for decades. We're finally, more of us are understanding it
yeah,
and accepting it. Something's telling me I need to ask you, what's your mom's name?
Brandy. Brandy May Steele. Yep,
Hmm.
her maiden name's Murphy. If you're not
Hmm.
prepared, everything will happen. Murphy's Law.
I don't know. There would be this, and there are no coincidences. We're here for a reason. We may never know. We'll
Always.
figure it out. But wonderful talking with you. Love your energy.
Thank you,
It's off
Steve.
the scale. It's so good.
Yay, we're gonna talk again soon.
Movementmassagellc.com. I got that right. Is that correct?
Massage is not, yeah, that's correct. Movement Massage LLC.
And you know
Yep.
what's funny? You call it movement massage, but it's also about the movement of everything. When you're massaging somebody, you're moving their body, you're moving
Mhm.
fluids within. We can talk about that another time and how important that is, but
Yes.
also you're moving energy for a positive outcome. It's all about movement. Hmm.
Yep, the world in movement is Movement Massage LLC.
Thank you for being here today, Cholena, and we'll catch
Thank
up
you,
soon.
Steve.
All right.
Yay.
Thanks a
Yeah,
lot.
thank you. Have a really good day.
You too. We'll be right back.
This is the Global Podcast Network, where executives and professionals connect, share, and inspire. Stay tuned for the conversations that drive success.